Welcome to another episode of Look at It This Way. I am your host, Marvin Kane. Thank you for being with us today. Today's subject is quite interesting. Why do alpha men date younger women? Or we can even reverse it. Why are younger women looking for alpha men? Now, that term alpha men, I'm 54 years old at this recording. And when I was a child, alpha male normally applied to animals. Animals that would dominate, like a lion, the king of the pack. He would dominate the other animals, fierce competition styles, just to get what it was that he wanted. So I don't relate to an alpha male that dominates. I just don't. But then you have the beta male, a male that's pretty much passive, another term that relates itself to an animal kingdom. And then you have the omega male, the one that completely has given up. All these different types of males. Why can't we just be men? Because here's the problem with an alpha male. An alpha male dominates the bitch. Yes, the bitch, the female dog. The term bitch to a woman is inappropriate because it reflects back to a four-legged animal that wags its tail and sniffs the butt of other animals. When that's inappropriate, so should then be the term alpha, because men, real men, are not dogs. They're not. And then people use that term, dogs, to define a man in disgrace, a negative man. But to me, they're just all terrible, terrible expressions, all of which I choose not to use, except to gain the interest of people who use them in recognition of the power of word. But a male, a dominating male who seeks the attention of a young woman, generally does this for one specific reason: to continue his role of dominant, because an older woman is not going to accept this. And younger women shouldn't either. A man should be dominant in one way, that he's going to control himself with a sense of aggression, not yell, not scream, not fight, not strike out, not hit a woman. That's the only way a male should be dominant, because women should be nurtured, loved, and cared for. Now, these are just my opinions, and they've been influenced by my upbringing, a religious upbringing between relationships of a heterosexual man and a heterosexual woman. But it's quite interesting that if you did go to the Bible and you did research, the one thing that the Bible says that a man should do is love his wife. Why? Because that's the hardest thing for a man to do, is to love her. Now, we say this because there's so many distractions and challenges in the world that make that different. Now, you know what it says for women, the Bible? It says that the woman should have deep respect for her husband. Why? Because that is the hardest thing for the woman to do. Again, because there are all these distractions in society, like calling a man an alpha male. Alpha male? How about a man who can just control himself, control his feelings and his emotions in a way that he can raise up a woman and make her amazing? And when he does that for her, just remember, every time a man gives something to a woman, she gives him something back that's just incredible. So learning this lesson from engaging with women, men should be motivated to want to do great things for a woman. She's your perfect partner. She's the best one to help you to excel, to get to where you want. First of all, she's a multitasker. So while the man is sitting there accomplishing one thing at a time, she's doing like 10 things. That's a power. That's a power. You've never heard of a power couple without it being a man and a woman, because the dynamic of a woman assisting a man or a woman helping a man to see and clear his vision is a powerful thing in nature all of its own, because women have that ability. So not all men would consider themselves to be alphas. I clearly don't. I'm not alpha. I'm not beta. I'm Marvin. That's who I am. I'm a kind man that likes to treat people with respect. Now, when it comes to the type of women, there is no such thing as a type of woman. There are types of qualities that I find attractive. Now, I'm not the kind of guy that a woman's going to look at and be like, oh man, that's Marvin. He's so handsome and wonderful. No one's going to fall over for me. And the reason I have these subjects is because after being divorced, it's just been amazing to me how many younger women seem to be attracted to me, an older male, something I've never considered. I mean, this is actually the wildest thing. So I talk on this subject because I do have many friends that are in these type of relationships. When a man specifically targets a woman just because of her age, I think there's a problem with that. I think there's a problem when anybody does this, particularly because age is something that's not controllable. Love, friendship, counseling, these are things that we can control, but you can't control age. It's going to move in progress with or without you. It's always going in that direction. So my point is this: if you want to find something in a person that makes them charming and likable and lovable, pick quality, kindness, community work, caring, thoughtful, considerate, patient. These are things that can be developed further, that you can participate in helping your partner to improve. But if you just get stuck on, oh, I like older men, really? That just sounds a little weird. This is just my opinion. Listen, I'm not the authority on any of this. You are entitled to your opinion. You can do your own YouTube channel and voice your opinion, just like I'm doing mine. But we're just giving you food for thought. Older men, alpha men, that's subjective. And you might want to do some research on those terms and see if they do fit you. I personally don't accept it. But listen, we were just giving you some ideas on how to look at it this way. Again, I am your host, Marvin Kane, and it's been a real pleasure.